Some call it art, others call it theft. A notable photographer by the name of Richard Prince has created an entire art exhibit by finding photos on the popular social media site Instagram. The collection, titled New Portraits, is primarily made up of women, many in sexually charged poses. He then enlarges these screenshots to 6-foot-tall inkjet prints. He then added his own unique comments underneath. Those prints were put on display at New York City's Gagosian Gallery back in October, where they sold for nearly $90,000. Then they went on sale again earlier this month at the Frieze Art Fair, where they sold for a slightly lower price. Now, I spoke to art critic Patty Johnson, who says
the price is actually going down on this work, which suggests that despite all the hoopla for this work is not collector favorites.
And of course, those who had their Instagram posts stolen.
What he did here in stealing Instagram images from punk rock kids who can't imagine spending $90,000 on anything other than maybe a house is deplorable.
Now, Richard Prince is no stranger to this type of controversy. He's created art since the 1970s, and he routinely takes pictures of photos and magazines, advertisements, books, or actors' headshots, then alters them to varying degrees. He's even taken to court back in 2008, and he won on an appeal. And the judge said, well, his work is transformative. So I guess you could say his work is transformative this time, putting his own unique comments underneath the art.
I have no problem with this whatsoever. And I think that the people that are the most upset about it, are the women who are posing sexually explicit, hey, here's an idea, don't put that up on Instagram.
If you put something up on Instagram, you're putting it up on your own account, it is yours, it belongs to you, it is your intellectual property. He can't just take it off and put a new comment underneath it and call it art.
But a judge ruled in his favor a few years ago. So the key word was transformative.
They're taking that person's intellectual property, their art, and then repurposing it, and then they're making money. If both parties can make money off the deal, I think go with God, Richard.
I come from the position that anything you put out on social media is pretty much subject to anything, so be careful what's out there. The question is, how is he must be very creative with his hashtags and everything else, that it would fetch that kind of money.
You know, it's really weird. I read about that, and what he does is he writes a comment underneath. This is how the girls know that he's stealing their work. He writes a comment underneath the photo, and he's like, hey, call me sometime, and he'll sign it R. And people started noticing that this comment was popping up, and then they see their photos at the art fairs or these galleries.
I can see why these women are outraged and upset. I'm sure they feel that their personal accounts and personal space has been violated, but it is telling that a judge has ruled in his favor before, so we'll have to see where it goes. Vacationers beware.